Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the 4 Reasons review. I am Mitch Bowles, and I give you 4 reasons to buy and 4 reasons to skip a game. And at the end, I will give you my final verdict. This is all based on my own real gameplay that you'll be seeing in the background of this video. Today, we're going to be reviewing Mafia, the Old Country. Just a little bit of background. Mafia, the Old Country is about a young man named Enzo who escapes hard labor in the sulfur mines and joins the Teresi family while on the run. You play as Enzo and you slowly rise through the ranks of the Teresi mob family, where you are in a turf war with Don Spadaro and other families. This game is a prequel to the original Mafia series, and it's a third-person storytelling and action game. Let's get right into it. First reason to buy Mafia: The Old Country is the story is incredible, you guys. The story in this game is what really keeps players engaged. The story is probably the best so far this year, right with Death Stranding 2 being right there in my eyes. The game makes you want to keep playing and learn more about the characters, their rich history. And because of this, players want to explore and read all the collectibles or the tokens they find throughout the world. I wish this was a TV show with about 10 seasons because I was so invested in this story and all the characters. Even the side characters are absolutely awesome, brought so much depth to this world. And Enzo is an awesome main character, and seeing his slow rise is magnificent. Now, number 2 to buy this game, reason 2, is that the voice acting is by far the best this year. You could convince me that the voice actors in this game are directly from Sicily in the early 1900s. The accents are spot on, they never waver, and there are no cheesy moments because of poor voice acting. This game did a fantastic job selecting each voice actor for their specific characters. Even those smaller characters I was referencing that don't have big roles or long speaking parts are fantastic. They add even more depth and authenticity into this game and immersion in this gorgeous setting. The voice acting being so good just adds to this beautiful story that is already in place, and I believe that story would not be as impressive with if there was cheesy voice acting. Now, reason number 3 to buy Mafia: The Old Country. The graphics in this game are beautiful. Just like the voice acting and the story, the graphics make you feel like you are right in Sicily. Whether you are horse racing down a town or in a gunfight with mobsters, this game's graphics are great and add another layer of depth and immersion that a lot of games don't have. Usually a game either has great combat, maybe not great graphics, or vice versa. This game has both. The mountains in the background, the vines with fresh grapes for wine on the mountainside, and the old buildings and the cellars really pop in this world. Even the outfits that you wear and the gun skins that you have and the car skins you can buy are absolutely gorgeous. Reason number 4 to buy this game, while the story is most definitely the highlight and the centerpiece of this game, the gun combat is simple, but it brings a fresh challenge. So while combat is not the focus of this game, it does a great job with its gun combat. You can have it set where it's like GTA and the character's gun snaps and locks onto a target, or you can turn that off. I found that having it turned off is much better, and it brings much more of a challenge. The aiming is difficult, and your character's aim gets thrown off when being shot at or hit. So if you're aiming at somebody but you get shot in the right shoulder, you'll snap to the right side and miss. You can't just instantly quick draw and have perfect aim. You have to wait for the crosshairs to shrink to be able to hit your spot. The gunplay in this game is an absolute blast. Now, there are 4 reasons to not buy this game. Reason number 1, the game is very slow. It's a slow burn. It has a ton of positives, but this is a glaring negative in my eyes. I understand story buildup is so important, but the first 2 to 3 hours is more of a movie with some missions of you kind of running and sneaking, and you have maybe one knife fight, but it's more of a movie than a video game. Now, it's a really good movie, I'll say that, but I would like more gameplay in the beginning, and this kind of bleeds to reason number 2 of why you should maybe skip Mafia: The Old Country. The game is short. It's only 10 to 13 hours depending on all the collectibles and if you are a completionist. I want to preface this reason with the understanding that quantity in a video game absolutely does not mean quality. However, when the intro of a game takes up so much time, I would like for the overall length of the game to be longer. I appreciate only charging players $50, but it is disappointing that there's little gameplay in the first 20 to 30% of this game. Reason number 3 to skip Mafia the Old Country. The melee combat is unimpressive at best. I personally did not find the hand-to-hand knife combat very fun at all. There are some parries and dodges, but they're not rewarding, and you can't capitalize on a good parry or a good dodge. The melee combat is meant to kind of just button smash and pray, which I don't enjoy. I want to be able to use some skill, but there's very little skill in the hand-to-hand combat. Now, the final reason to skip Mafia the Old Country, there is zero decision making in this game. I love this game story, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I had no real skin in the game because of the decisions I personally made. I would like to see some more decision making being introduced in the game, but it does not take away from the overall story. So this could be a pretty niche nitpick of this game, but I wish there was a little more decision making. Now, to wrap it all up, if you love constant, high action, complex gameplay, then this game is not for you. Absolutely not. But if you love a compelling story, rich visuals, then you absolutely need to give this game a try. And please be patient. It is a slow burn, but you guys, you'll fall in love with these characters. I am telling you. But that is 4 reasons to buy or to skip Mafia the Old Country. This is Mitchables, and thanks for watching.